What's up? Oakley450 back, and today is July the 11th, and Nike has just announced the details and everything about the new Pegasus Turbo. So I have decided to compile all of the information that I have found so far, and I've got it all wrote down so that way I don't get anything wrong. And we're going to go over that, and we'll have any ideas of the release date, the weights, the upper materials, the midsole materials. We'll have all of that together into this. The Pegasus 35 has been one of my favorite shoes that I've been running in lately this year. It has been one that I use pretty much almost every other day or every day. It is one shoe that, no matter what workout I go out for, it is the shoe that I grab because I do a lot of cross-country runs, trail runs, road runs, and I know that I can grab this shoe, and mainly just because of the outsole pattern and I just love the way that this shoe feels and how supportive it is. All right, anyway, let's get into what the new Pegasus Turbo. Starting out with the upper, all right? The upper is going to be made of a new translucent mesh material. So you're actually going to be able to see through the upper material, and you're going to be able to see the fly wires going down the sides of the shoes. And underneath, you'll be able to see the partial mesh booty. Compared to like fishing net type material is what it feels like, and what it looks like is what it is, like a tightly woven fish net. It's like a translucent mesh. So then it's going to have a thick racing stripe going on it. The shoe is going to be going from the tip of the tongue all the way underneath the toe of the shoe. The upper design is pretty much the same as the Pegasus 35. Pretty much everything is still going to have the partial mesh booty. It's still going to have the longer tongue, even though I'm not a big fan of the longer tongue. But I think it's more there for just looks and just so that way you can see the big Pegasus 35 logo on the top. Still going to have the swept heel collar, like I said. Fly wire cables are still going to be the same. And the laces are pretty much going to be the exact same on those two. So as far as the upper goes, everything is going to be about the same. I'm going to have some pictures in this video as we go of some pictures that I have found on the internet of everything going on. Other than that looks, it's going to have a larger Nike swoosh on the side of the shoe. So that's another nice little feature that it's going to have onto that. If you like the Pegasus 35 upper and you have enjoyed running in it so far, then the new Turbo is going to be another shoe that you're going to love because it's going to have lighter materials and it's going to have the same design upper and everything. So I'm really looking forward to that. Alright, so that gets it covered on the upper. Alright, moving on to the midsole. Alright, now this is one that I found on some sites that are saying, and some sites on the Nike.com site, they saying that the new Zoom X foam will be paired with a layer of Nike React foam. So it says this is said to enhance the durability and stability of the shoe. From the images that I can see so far, it looks like it's going to have React foam along the lower portion around the bottom of the shoe, and then the Zoom X material is going to be towards the top. That's the way I can see it. I'm not for sure, but that's what it says on the Nike site. But any of the other sites that I have found any information on the Pegasus Turbo release, I have not seen anything of any of them saying anything about the React foam being anywhere on the Pegasus Turbo. But that is on the Nike site, so they're the one making the shoe. I would say they were probably correct on that. Alright, next is the going into about the Zoom X midsole. Nike's put out a couple little facts on their midsole material, and that is that the Zoom X is Nike's lightest foam and offers 85% energy return, the greatest of any Nike foam. So that's actually something that's really, really good. Also, that I've seen on some other sites that they're saying that the Zoom X midsole is going to be lighter than any of the Boost midsoles, and it's going to be lighter than the new Reebok Float Ride midsole. So it's going to be a lighter material, so I'm looking forward to that because the lighter shoe you have to carry over 10 to 15 miles, the better. So then finally on the midsole, the last thing I've got on that, the Pegasus Turbo will come in at 1 ounce lighter than the 35 with the new midsole and upper material. So with the new translucent mesh upper and the new Zoom X midsole, it's going to bring the shoe down by 1 ounce. The Pegasus 35 has been one of the heaviest shoes that I have ran in this year as a daily trainer because it weighs in a whole lot more than the Epic Reacts or any of the Convara 9s or any of those, and I usually run most of my speed work in like racing flats or something like that. But even with the weight of the Pegasus 35, this has still been one of my favorite shoes to run in. This is a really impressive shoe, and just really because it gives me everything I want in a shoe, because I am really loving how supportive it feels underfoot. It has a lot of really good arch support, and I'm hoping that the Turbo is going to have that same kind of arch support. All right. Also, I've heard on the internet that the heel, there's some people who said that the heel feels really soft on the Pegasus 35. I've heard so far on the testers' reviews that the heel of the Turbo is still going to feel soft, but on the Pegasus 35, that soft feeling went away after about 20 miles for me, and it felt like a smooth, even ride across the whole shoe. So that's what I'm hoping is going to happen the same way with the Turbo. That is going to turn into a really nice, smooth, soft, and even lighter ride. All right, next, moving on to the outsole. It's saying that the outsole will feature a durable rubber at the forefront and heel, similar to the Epic React outsole locations overview. All right, so on the Pegasus 35, you have outsole material running all down the total shoe. On the Turbo, you're going to have outsole material that's going to be towards the heel portion and towards the forefoot portion, the same way as the Epic Reacts. Now, I had a lot of questions and comments about the Epic Reacts and their wear and durability, and that's where I did my first 400-mile review on a shoe, because I'm up to 500 and something over on the Epic Reacts. I think I'm like 525, something like that on the Epic Reacts. I'll put that video up here and the cards up above. So check out that video if you haven't checked out my 400-mile review of those shoes. These shoes will definitely get a 400-mile review on them too, because I think I'm getting close to 150, 175 on these, I think. It's somewhere around in there right now. But the Pegasus 35 has an outsole that runs the entire length of the shoe. The only places that you really have seen wear at is like right here. You will see there's a little bit of wear, and not much at all, because the little bitty rubber indentions are gone on these. There's a little bit of wear right on the toe, and there's just a little bit of wear right there on the heel. That's the only places I'm seeing wear on these. So by the Turbo taking out this whole midsole material, or outsole material, correct me, sorry, I'd see it as a weight savings, and as this material has had really no wear at all, seeing that I mostly run as forefoot as much as possible, and the only time I really do a heel strike is any kind of downhills or stuff like that. That is a really good weight savings ability, and I don't think that's going to affect the performance of the shoe at all. So that is really good, and if they have the same kind of rubber material that is on the outsole of the Pegasus 35, that is going to be outstanding. All right. Here's an overview of everything stats-wise for the Pegasus Turbo. So the Pegasus Turbo is going to be coming in at $180. All right, so it's a little bit more expensive, but that is all thanks to the new ZoomX midsole, and because that is since the latest and greatest midsole technology from Nike, that is the price point that they're going to be going on that. Once that midsole has been out for several years, then it'll start getting a lot cheaper. All right, the heel-to-toe drop is going to be a 10.1 millimeter heel-to-toe drop. You're going to be having a heel height of 32.7 and a forefoot height of 22.5 millimeters. And these are similar to the Pegasus 35. They're really, really close. They're not a big drastic change. So pretty much if you have liked everything that you have felt so far in the Pegasus 35, the Pegasus Turbo is going to have similar abilities in that area. All right, and the men's size 10 is going to come in at 8.4 ounces, which is 1 ounce lighter than the Pegasus 35. So I think these came in at 10.5 ounces for me, so that means that the Turbo should come in at like around 9.5 ounces is the way I'm understanding that. All right, and finally, a release date. We finally have a solid release date for the Pegasus Turbo. The Pegasus Turbo will be releasing on July 19th for Nike Plus members. So if you're a Nike Plus member, make sure you go get signed up for that or whatever. Keep an eye out for that. July 19th is when that'll be coming up. That's just barely over a week away, and I am so looking forward to this. I am so excited about this coming up. that knowing that in just barely over a week that I will have the turbos and I will be able to run in the turbos, and I'm really looking forward to that shoe. All right, then the August the 2nd, for anybody that's not a Nike Plus member, that is when the full release of the shoes will be. So that's when you'll be able to find those at select retailers. So make sure, if you're not a Nike Plus member and you're interested in this shoe, go get signed up and become a Nike Plus member. It doesn't cost a thing. And this is definitely a shoe that you need to really look into. All right. That should have it for all of the new Pegasus Turbo info that I've got together. Make sure that you check out my Pegasus 35 100-mile review, my Pegasus 35 first look video. That's where I keep most of my stats and facts and everything like that. And as soon as the Pegasus Turbo comes out, I will be trying to get that video included into this month's videos as well. This upcoming week, I have my new video. I will have my video of Run Gum, so I have my review almost done on it. So make sure that you check out my new video coming up of Run Gum. And as always, if you have not subscribed already, be sure to subscribe, leave a like, leave me a comment down below what you think about the upcoming Pegasus Turbo. Is it worth the $180 price point? Or would you rather just stick with the cheaper Pegasus 35 and not worry about that 1 ounce and the softer, cushy, more springy ride of the Pegasus Turbo? So make sure you leave those comments down below, and thank you to everybody that has subscribed and liked and commented and watched my videos so far. Without you, this would not be possible. Thanks for watching.